device for universal practical knowledge coming out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Jimmy Yohana. Tonight's class is the Brotherhood class. And tonight's topic is the lgbtq community ungodly? You know, and we're not going to go, excuse me, 1 second. Again, is the lgbtq community ungodly, right? And you know, the Christian church makes everything that God is against good. You know what I mean? And we're not even going to sit up there and you know, talk like preachers and just talk a bunch of nonsense. We're going to get right into the Bible. And we're going to see how the Lord looks at, you know, the LGBTQ community. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go straight to Scripture. We're going to go to Genesis. We're going to go to Genesis chapter 18, verse 20. Oh, hold on, before we go there, this is a story about a city, okay? It's a city called what's called Sodom and Gomorrah, okay? The Lord came to Abraham, and you know, to give him you know, some heads up, some things to come. One of them was that destruction of the city, Sodom and Gomorrah. Like the city was so evil, you know what I'm saying? It was so evil that you know the angels had they took it up with God, you know what I'm saying? The Lord has angels everywhere. You won't even know if you've seen the angels. You know what I'm saying? Angels come in many forms. One of them is definitely human form, look like us. No wings, no 4 faces, none of that. You know what I'm saying? These angels go and give reports to the Lord. Well, one of the reports of Sodom and Gomorrah was that this was an evil, evil place. Everybody there was evil. Abraham tried to plead with the Lord, asking him not to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. You got a question?
I do.
What is it?
It was pertaining to a situation I had today.
Okay.
But I can wait if you need me to. I don't want to work in class.
No, I mean, you know.
All right.
We can do that before we start class.
So, before I came, I would do some food and carry out. Order food and wait in the line. There's a couple people in there, and a young brother came and asked me, he was real low and humble. I mean, meek about it. When he spoke, he was like, you know, get some food. And I looked at him, and I was like, why you asked me? Like, you know what I'm saying? You asked me for. And I said it. That's what you asked me for. And he walked off with his head, and I was like, damn. You know what I mean? So I felt bad, right? So I go back to my head, so I gave $10. So I'm waiting for my food. There's mad people coming in. They ordering and bouncing. He's sitting there on his phone, right? So now I'm tight. So I go up to him. I'm like, son, where you see that? He said, I was waiting for the line. I said, man, bring me my cash. He said, we should run. I said, somebody ain't playing. Give me my money. Took my money and I left. So when I got in the car, I felt bad about it. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking like, was I playing? Should I just let him go ahead and run me? Was he really bluffing? You know what I'm saying? Was he running the scam? Or should I just hate that $10? You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't want to be no sucker at the same time. But on the other end, I ain't want to, you know what I mean, deprive the brother if he was really hungry.
Okay. Was you wrong? Kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, because, you know, black people go through so much affliction every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, we at the bottom of the barrel. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, evidently you gave him that $10 because you wanted to and you could, right?
Right.
It wouldn't hurt you. Right. So if you know, if it's not hurt, you know, this is where you gotta help your brother out. You know what I'm saying? If he's doing drugs, you know what I mean, Lord be with him. You know what I'm saying? But it's so much, we're under so much pressure and depression, you know what I'm saying, that, you know what I mean, even if you wanted to escape, you know what I mean, just help a brother out, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what that brother been through, you know what I'm saying? And it's not nothing to you helping a brother, and on top of that, you don't even know if you was helping an angel or not.
Right.
You know, angels come up to you just to, you know what I mean, and the angels come back and report to God, yeah, he didn't do that for me. You think I'm out there, you know what I mean? So you don't know who you know, you making their life better or not, you know what I'm saying? You helping that person in his affliction. That's what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you're going through, but you're just helping the brother.
Oh, sure.
You know what I'm saying? I could elaborate more on, you know, like I said, this white man got us under a headlock, you know what I'm saying? And we need as much help as we want. I mean, there's brothers out there that always come up to me every day, you know what I'm saying? And if I don't got it, I don't got it. But when I do got it, I don't care what you do, you know what I'm saying? All I know, I'm helping them, you know, last through the day, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever he's going through, you know what I'm saying? So don't, you know, if you don't have it, you know, you tell me you don't have it, but if you do, help the brother out. Now, the other nations,
no, sir.
me personally, good.
No, sir.
I know, man. Look, it was today, right? I get right to it. It was today, you know what I'm saying? A white homeless man came up to me. He was really down. He ain't had no shoes or nothing, right? And I just had $1 that was balled up, ripped up, and all that. And I was like, and I wanted to get rid of it because I can't use it. Got tape on it and stuff, and they need to use it. But it was something that propelled me like, don't even give them that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't even give them that. You know what I mean? This white man, let me tell you the difference between us and them. That same brother can go and get a shape up, fixed up, all that. You know what I'm saying? Going in for an interview, and they were denying him that job. That same white man that asked me for that money, he can get fixed up, nice and groomed, and he'd go in for that same job and he will get that job. You don't believe it? YouTube. They got so many, examples of that. It's not even funny. You know what I'm saying? And that just shows you what it is. So anytime you want to help a brother out, you know, do so. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you don't know if you're helping an angel or not. You know, making a report. Was that cool enough?
Yeah, because I was feeling bad the whole ride. I was like, this brotherhood class has been a place to ask.
Right. Go ahead, bro.
Now I want to say something I heard Katazai say. He was saying, he was talking about family, right? And he was saying, don't get mad at them, right? Like, you know, being in the truth, and then, like, you know, they be treating you certain type of ways or whatever, right?
Right.
And he's like, don't get mad at them, because they don't know. Like they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, but they don't know. So you can't even get. You gotta keep responding with them with the, how the Most High said, respond to them. And I be taking that, bro. I be taking that with them out there too. Like I don't be feeling like I'm being suckered. Cause if they is trying to, if they is lying about what they getting, it don't matter. Cause you don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I know you down. So whatever you about to do, crap, whatever you about to do with it, I know you down and you don't know.
Right.
So like you said, if I got it, I do give it. But if I don't, I ain't got it. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't be feeling no type of way. I just see it as they don't know.
Yeah,
They don't know.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt bad. Eating food, I felt bad. I didn't finish the food.
Yeah. But look, man, I mean that's a good thing. That's a lesson for you. You know what I'm saying? Help your brother out, man. You know what I mean? Don't worry about what he's doing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You helping that brother out more. That's being brother. That's being real brother. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about what he's doing. Just know you help your brother out. And you is, because once you give it to him, he thank you. Oh, brother, thank you. You know he you know what I mean? To you it's 10 ounce, to him it's the world. You know what I'm saying? And he thanks you for it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever way you try to use it. You know? Alright, is that it? Now let's get back into this. Alright? Now, is the Most High, you know what I'm saying? Is the lgbtq community ungodly to the Most High? You know what I mean? Is it ungodly? Well, let's see. Let's go to Genesis chapter 18, verse 20. Whoever get first to read.
And the Most High said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it.
You know what I'm saying? This is the Most High talking to Abraham. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the things he told him. Like the cries of Sodom and Gomorrah, you gotta think of Sodom and Gomorrah like DC and Baltimore. It's how close we are. But the cry of the sin and the wickedness got so far. I'm talking about death, homosexuality, pedophilia, rape. All that's going down in Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I'm saying? Like it got so great to the Most High that he had to send his hit squad down there. That's what they love. You know what I'm saying? To Abraham, Abraham seen him. When he seen these men, then just imagine we in Baltimore, right? Walking around, seeing people, but it's just these two men just distinctly stand out. And Abraham just knew that these men was of the Lord. He went there and bowed down to him, and they came to greet Abraham. You know what I'm saying? Tell him about what's to come. You know what I mean? Because the Lord dealt with Abraham and all his seed. You know what I'm saying? He gave Abraham the promise. So he's telling Abraham which way to go down. You know what I mean? The Lord didn't even want to tell Abraham, but he told him anyway. Like, look, these people in Sodom and Gomorrah they giving me reports that was just, I can't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, keep reading.
Which is to come unto me, and if not, I will know. Verse 22. And then men turned their faces from thence, and went towards Sodom. And Abraham stood yet before the Lord, the Most High.
You know what I'm saying? These men that was the Lord's hit squad. They sent them down there, but Abraham don't know what they do, like glorious men to him. You know what I mean? Like he knew they was something they came from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Human like and all that. But these men just imagine how we come out there, you know what I mean, in our garments and stuff. These guys probably were just sparkling and just looking, you know what I mean. He knew that these men that was going in Sodom and Gomorrah, meant business. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Abraham knew how deadly Sodom and Gomorrah is. It's like Sodom and Gomorrah is like one of those cities back in the day. I mean, you know, we used to like when kids. I mean, today too. They'd be like, man, you don't want to go there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you go, but you don't want to go down there. Well, this is biblical time. And when they say don't go down there, they mean don't go down there like you ain't coming back. Like this city was so deadly. Whoever visits this city and is real men, you're going to die. You're either going to die or you're going to get raped by the whole city. Yeah, the whole city. I ain't talking about this one, two. The whole city going to run up in. You know what I mean? So let's read some more of that.
Genesis 18, chapter 23. And Abraham drew near and said, wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked?
You know what I'm saying? Abraham trying to plead with the Lord because Abraham knows he got friends and family down there too. You know what I'm saying? He don't want the Most High. He's like, look, you going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, but I mean, ain't it good people there too? With the wicked? There's got to be some good people there because, you know, I got family and stuff. You know, Abraham's trying to plead with the Lord. Look, don't destroy it. You know what I mean? But that's how wicked back then, the ancient LGBT community was. They was vicious. You know what I'm saying? And I say that to say that's something that might go to evolve again. This might happen again. Right. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, keep reading.
Verse 24. Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein?
You know what I'm saying? Abraham he's pleading with the Lord. He's saying, look, out of all the people, what if it's 50 righteous people, we got 50 righteous people in Sodom and Gomorrah. Would you destroy it if there's 50 righteous people there? You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Verse 25. That be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be also the wicked. That be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right?
You know what I'm saying? Abraham's trying to plead with the Lord, man. He's trying to say, look, man, you can't kill the bad with the good and the good with the bad. I mean, it's something, you know what I'm saying? And this is what the Lord said. Keep reading.
Verse 26. And the Most High said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sakes.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, the Lord's like, you know what? If they go down there and they find 50 righteous down there, you know, the hit squad already left. They going down to Sodom and Gomorrah now. This is Abraham talking to the Lord while the hit squad left. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, you know, it's 50. And the Lord's like, you know what? It's 50 down there, I won't even destroy it. If they find 50 down there, I'm not going to destroy it. Keep reading.
Verse 27. And Abraham answered and said, behold now, I have taken upon me to speak unto the Most High, which am but dust and ashes. Verse 28. Peradventure, there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for lack of 5? And he said, if I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it.
He went down to 5. He's like, well, why there's 45 left? You going to destroy it? The Lord like, all right, well, you know, it's 45. I ain't going to destroy it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 29. And he spake unto him yet again, and said, peradventure there shall be 40 and 40, there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake.
Abraham is pleading, man. Because Abraham, you know what I mean? He got love for some of those people. It's not all of them. You know what I mean? He know how wicked those people is down there, but he got, like I say, he got family down there. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High know how wicked Sodom and Gomorrah, which means what? It could have been like, even though he got family down there, some of his family probably got raped down there, and they drawing the squad too. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know. All we know is that the Most High see everybody in Sodom and Gomorrah pretty much wicked.
Right.
But he's giving him a bit of doubt, like, okay, my men go down there and they find that, and I won't destroy it. You read?
Verse 30. And said unto him, O let not the Lord, the Most High, be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there.
You get low. You get lower and lower. You read?
Verse 31. And he said, Behold now, I have taken upon me to speak unto the Most High. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake.
Look, and he trying not to piss the Most High off. You know what I'm saying? The Most High like, all right, for 40 I ain't gonna do that. Hey, Lord, look, check this out. Well, wonder if it's like 45. All right, for your sake, God. Well, Lord, look. What if it's only, because now he's thinking like, thinking like, nah,
Right.
it's probably 30. Lord, look, maybe it's 30, then he's like, nah, that nigga, he less than what's we call it. Well, Lord, check this out. What if it's 20? You know what I mean? And maybe he going in this law like 20. Nah, because they just worse than the last one I'm thinking about. You know what I'm saying? So it's getting lower and lower and lower. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Verse 32. And he said, O let not the Most High be angry, and I will speak yet but this once.
You know what I'm saying? So he's saying, like, he know he going too far, like, keep on cutting the Most out, like, look, 130, he's like, look, I don't want you to get mad at me, Lord, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, and the Lord, he's giving him sympathy. He know that, the Lord knows that, okay, yeah, you got your people down there, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you a bit of the doubt, you know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake.
10. He went from 50 to 10. Abraham know how wicked Sodom was. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you know what I mean? That's just like if the Most High came to any of us, and we got family in Baltimore, and he said, look, I'm ready to love you, Baltimore and DC. You gonna plead with him because why? Half your family here, right? Right. Lord, you know what I mean? My aunts and my grandmother, and, you know what I mean? You pleading with him, you know what I'm saying? Just like any other person would. Go ahead.
Verse 33. And the Most High went his way as soon as he had left.
You know what I'm saying? So he got down to 10. He got down how many people?
He went down to 10.
He went down to 10 people out there. You know what I'm saying? And after that, what do you say? Read that again.
And the Lord, verse 33, and the Most High went his way as soon as he had left, commuting with Abraham.
You know what I'm saying? And this is the Lord. This is Abraham pleading with the Lord to not destroy the biblical lgbtq community, because everything has went up to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? The angels have reported like this city is worthy to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And also Abraham got Lot in this city too, which is, if I'm not mistaken, that they're cousins, right? So let's jump to let's go to 19. Let's start from 19. And then we want to skip down. Yeah, let's start from Genesis 19 and 1.
Genesis 19 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
And there came two angels to Sodom at evening.
Now, these are two angels that left Abraham. Remember that. Now, Remember the angels left Abraham, and he was going to Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, these are the two angels that's coming up to Sodom and Gomorrah. And this is what happened. Go ahead.
And Lot sat in the gates of Sodom.
You know what I'm saying? That Lot sat in the gate, so he's seen these men coming through the gate. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the Most High, he's an amazing, you know, being, because you know, Lot and Abraham was cool. Was, you know, they praised the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Lot did, and Abraham, and they know their kinsmen, and they know the Israelites and all that. Not everybody in Sodom and Gomorrah was Israelites. I think it was Canaan. Right? But they let them dwell with them. Right?
Mm-hmm. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face towards the ground.
Just like Abraham seen these men, Lot seen the same thing, and he did the same exact thing. He knew these men was of the Lord. Nobody else knew, but these men knew that, right? So Lot came and, you know, bowed his head. Oh, you know what I mean? He knew that, you know what I mean? These was the angels of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 2. And he said, Behold now, my most high, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the streets all night.
Now look, Lot came up to the men, bowed their heads, and knew that these men wasn't from here, and he knew how evil Sodom and Gomorrah is. Like, look, hey, you guys, man, it's a pleasure to meet y'all. Look, get y'all feet washed, because, you know, everybody wore sandals back then. And like, when you go in a hotel, they wash your feet. You know what I mean? You know how to do shoe shine back in the 30s, but they literally wash your feet because you got sand and all that. So it was like a complimentary thing. You know what I'm saying? Hospitality thing you get back in biblical days of washing your feet. So these two angels came in there and you know, Lot recognized them, bowed down, and you know, he's like, yo, y'all wash your feet, stay with you wherever y'all stand at, you know what I mean, and hurry up and get out of the city. You know what I'm saying? And the angel was like, nah. Nah, we gonna stay right here. We gonna walk around this whole city. We gonna see what's really good. We want look what they really wanted to see was, you know what I mean? They wanted the smoke. We gonna walk around this city, and whoever, yeah, they gonna get this smoke all day. And you know, I didn't know what their mission was from the Lord. So keep reading.
Verse 3. And he pressed upon them greatly.
You know what I'm saying? He pressed them. You know what I mean? That's how you know this is a black Bible. You know what I'm saying? He pressed them. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. That's how you know this is black. You know what I mean? Why people don't say press still? We say it. You know what I'm saying? It's little words and stuff in the Bible that you know this whole Bible is a black book. You know what I'm saying?
And they turned. And they turned in unto him, and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat.
You know what I'm saying? Lot pressed them so much that he was like, man, look, y'all want to stay here. You know what I'm saying? Won't y'all come in instead of being in the street walking around with these crazy niggas out here, man, won't you come in my house, man? I'm going to give you food. You know what I mean? You don't have to stay over there in that crazy hotel because you might not live the next day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But come live, stay with me. I'm going to feed you. Everything. You know what I'm saying? And he don't do that to everything. He doing that because he knows that these men ain't from there, and the look on these men is like, first of all, they must have been super handsome men, right? You know what I mean? And Lot seen, you know, that these men are of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? beards and all that. You know what I'm saying? They just, I mean, the garment, everything just like good night. Man, y'all ain't from here, alright? Keep reading.
Genesis 19, verse 4. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house around, both old and young, all the people from every quarter.
You know what I'm saying? The whole, it said what though? It said the men of the city
Of Sodom.
of Sodom, old and young, which means old men, young men. We had little boys. I mean, they surround. I mean, we're gonna read more, but can you imagine you going inside of a city? You look so good, and it's just men everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And they come to check you out. Before that, these men was walking in the city because Lot met them at the gate, right? So these men already, everybody's already looking out the window like, who's this? Who's those men right there? You know what I'm saying? So the city knows. You know what I mean? Fresh meat on the menu. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, keep reading.
Verse 5. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came in to thee this night?
You know what I'm saying? These men came up to Lot's house, knocked on his door. Hey, what's those men up in there, you know, looking nice? You know what I'm saying? Like, now this is the ancient LGBT community, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I got dramatized. Right. You know? But yeah, I mean, you up in, you know what I mean, somebody that welcome you in their house, you're a total stranger, and somebody knock on the door like, hey, the whole city, I'm talking hundreds of men at the door like, who is those men in there? You know what I'm saying? Like knowing how these men are. He know all these men are homosexuals, pedophiles, and rapists, and just a whole slew of gay men. Okay? All right, keep reading.
Bring them out unto us, that we may know them.
That we may what? Say that again?
That we may know them.
That we may know them. Okay? In the Bible, that's old Quaker English for when you know a person, when you know a woman in the Bible, that's sex. So when Jacob met Rebecca, they went in the tent and he knew her and he became a wife. You know what I'm saying? He knew her, which means he had sex with her. Okay? In the Bible, when you have sex, it's not going to say sex. It's going to say to know he knew her. That was a sexual, whatever, or what's it called?
He went in.
He went into her.
Yeah.
He went into her. That's another marriage phrase. The pleasure before sleep. I like that one too. I like the pleasure before sleep. That's another one. You know what I'm saying? It's but you're not going to hear sex. You're not going to hear, intimate and stuff like that. You're going to hear those things in the Bible which reference to sex.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So when these men said to these angels of the Lord, they come on. These men want to have sex with the angels of the Lord. Can you imagine that? Like how bold you gotta be to have sex with the angels of God, the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course they ain't know, but who gives a damn if you know enough? You know what I'm saying? Like for you to even just to come to that man's house and have sexual advances on another man is ungodly. And this is why the Lord is going to level Sodom and Gomorrah. He leveled it so much. We're just going to keep it. We're going to keep reading.
Genesis 19, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
And Lot went out Slaggy. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him.
You know what I'm saying? Lot went out the door, shut the door behind them, you know, like we all do when somebody or old mom come to your house. You shut the door. What are y'all? What's wrong? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Verse 7, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly.
You know what I'm saying?
Verse 8. Oh,
Lot
my
is
bad.
begging these men, please don't do this wicked thing to me. Lot already knew what time it is with these people. He lived around them. He already know. Lot's plead with these men. Please don't do this. Please. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 8. Behold now, I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes.
That is serious. That's real. That's some serious. That's super serious right there. You know what I mean? I actually have to get a little bit corny on that because I need to ask some questions to my higher up with that because Lot gave up his. I mean, he wanted to protect these angels so much that he was willing to give these homosexual men outside the door his 2 daughters. Like, look, man, y'all don't have to do this to these men. I got my 2 daughters that are virgins. Like, how? I mean, I don't. It's even biblically back then. I don't know the value of a woman was back then. Okay, I ain't gonna speak on it. I have to ask I'm gonna ask my higher ups before I even start talking. But he gave up his 2 daughters, so these men won't break the angels of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some serious stuff, man. But Lot also knew something about these men that, you know, is connected to the Lord. So, and let alone, like I said, like we said in the last chapter, 18, these angels was coming in to find and do what, the Lord said. And if they found 50, so far he ain't found 1. So far it looks like there's only 1 person right here, along with his family. You know what I'm saying? But the mission was for these men to go in there and at least find
10.
some good people.
10. Sorry. Nah, my bad. 10.
10 people, right. Wow. 10. You know what I'm saying? 10 people. You know what I'm saying? 10 people. That's all he's going to find. But just end up being just a lot. Alright? You want to read some more?
Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadows of my roof. Keep on. Verse 9. And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came into sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them.
You know what I'm saying?
And they pressed sore upon the man.
Now these men wanted to get through that door. You know what I mean? They wanted to break the door down and take the 2 men and do as they please. They didn't even want the women. They want the men. You know what I mean? Super homosexual. You know what I'm saying? Can't say the other word because the algorithm may probably shut it down. You know what I want to say. But these men, they was like, look, all right, well, check this out. If you don't give me them, we're going to do you worse than them. You know what I'm saying? Like, these men is, this is how the ancient lgbtq community is. You know what I'm saying? They got a thing called the gay mafia right now. They got, Hollywood is infested by these LGBT, what they call law oath keepers or something like that. I forgot the word they call handlers or something like that. But these LGBTQ community, they running everything. You know what I'm saying? As you see, just look at the progress from 10 years ago to now. They getting places, ain't they? They moving up on the ladder. So much so now, like I said last week, that they got a homosexual, they got the actual homosexual doll out there. Barbie making. Yeah. Mattel. You can Google it. It is the first homosexual doll that's made by Barbie. And it's a you know what I mean, a nigga with a lace front. You know what I mean? They made a doll out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like Good Night. Now, like I said, before it was a mutual, I forgot they call it, it's in the middle. It's not gay and it's not bisexual. You know those books where they had the two little penguins? Yeah, I forgot the name, but they got these books. I forgot the name.
Androgynous.
What is it called?
Androgynous. Like it's like male and female.
Yeah. But clearly, if you read it, you know one of them, they're both the same sex. Like they got a book with two penguins living with each other, but they're two male penguins. You know what I'm saying? They coincide. You know, that's how they was doing it. Now they're taking it a step further. Now, let's just make the whole, and they're using us as the goat.
Oh, so the dog is black.
The dog is black. Matter of fact, it's, can somebody Google, Mattel's first transgender doll, and it's, the transgender doll is an actor today. Lauren something, you know what I'm saying? But what is it?
They collaborate with Laverne Cox for the first.
Yeah, that's his name.
Oh man.
Yeah, see that?
Wow.
And guess what? A lot of people don't even know this. This is Mattel. Mattel that makes toys. They got the first
They have him holding them.
Yeah, that's the whole doll supposed to be him. Yeah, he's the face of the new transgender doll. Now, this just came out this year. Go ahead.
So the dog got a male genitals. Like it's not smooth down there. They got a male genitals.
It's
on
got,
the dog.
oh yeah?
It got a male genitals on the dog.
Bobby ain't had none of that. Bobby and Ken ain't had none of that.
No, it was just Ken and Bob.
Yeah, they ain't had no private parts.
Transgender dog is a female and it has the male genitals.
Oh, bro, that's crazy.
It's got the whole joint on
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
What?
On the
I
dog.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I just Googled it.
Oh my goodness. So it's got a whole rod on it.
Yeah.
Well, you can't make this up, folks. The LGBTQ community is getting more advanced by the year. Like I said, 10 years ago, it wasn't like that. Now, they set the playing field, right? So now they got the Mattel transgender doll. What's next? I can tell you what's next. They're gonna have Jim and Bob best friend dolls. Two male dolls come together, hug each other like that. You know what I mean? Watch. I guarantee it's coming. It's coming. All this is coming. Look, they didn't think they was gonna make a transgender doll, but they did. Okay. Next thing, and you know, this story of Solomon Gomorrah is for our learning. This is our learning from the past. This is a teaching that we need. This is a teaching tool of what happens when you go against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Let's read some more of that.
Nice. Well, you want me to start from verse 9 or start from? Alright, I'm gonna start at verse 9. Genesis 19, verse 9. And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them. And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door.
You know what I'm saying? These men was like, look, we gonna do you worse than them. You know what I mean? If you don't let us in. And Lot was like, and these men came and tried to break the door down, like, you know what I mean? And that was gonna happen, like, the LGBT, like, this is how the LGBTQ community can mutate. They mutate now. Am I right or wrong? Back in the day when we was going to school, you couldn't find a drag. It's going in schools now. Good night. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got so many of these girls that look like boys and boys look like girls. It's pathetic now. It's like, it's normal now. It's normal. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 10. But the men put forth their hands, and pulled Lot into the house to them, and shut to the door.
You know what I'm saying? These men, the two men that was in there, while Lot was in there, these men, you know what I'm saying? Look, step back. Pull Lot in, boom. You know what I mean? We got this. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 11. And they smite the men that were at the door of the house with blindness.
You know what I'm saying? These men came at the door, the whole city of men out there. And as soon as they grabbed Lot back, they blinded everybody there. Like, hold up. Bing! Like it wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? Everybody. They kept everybody that was outside their door was blind. Like they couldn't see nothing. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Both small and great.
All the kids that was out there and the old disgusting men. Go ahead.
So that they wearied themselves to find the door.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 12. And the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides?
You know what I'm saying? The man was like, look, y'all got any relatives that y'all want to bring with y'all or anything, because we ready to burn this down. You know what I'm saying? Like it's, you know what I mean? And these men was going to report. These men is going to, you know what I mean? Go in there to for the Most High to make sure that the report is final, that we're going to destroy this, you know, place. You know what I'm saying? They just found Lot, and that's all they need to find. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 12. And the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place.
You know what I'm saying?
Verse.
These angels telling him, look, gather up all your people, gather up whoever you can gather up. And I know these angels know that Lot was a righteous man because he actually tried to give up his daughters just to save these men's life. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the hospitality and all that he, you know, was worthy of the Most High not destroying them. You know what I'm saying?
Verse 13. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Most High.
You know what I'm saying? Like the cries that have gone up in this city is went so high that the Most High can't even, you know, stand this place anymore. Like two cities, like you gotta be a wicked city for the Most High to say, man, y'all can't even live, y'all can't even cope, y'all can't even exist no more. Y'all so wicked. You know what I'm saying? Like when the Most High got a judgment on you, man, look out. You know what I'm saying? Like, good night. That's something you don't want to have if the Most High has judgment on you, because you're done. You know what I'm saying? It's over for you. I don't care how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And the Lord have sent us to destroy it.
You know what I'm saying?
Verse 14. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for the Most High will destroy this city.
You know what I'm saying?
But he seems as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law.
You know what I'm saying? Lot was trying to get everybody out. You know what I'm saying? Lot was just trying to, warn everybody. Look. He running through the city. You know what I'm saying? The angels probably was right there with him too, as we gonna see. So he's sitting up there because the angels like escorted him out. Like, look, y'all gotta leave. Tell whoever you gotta tell because it's not gonna look good around here. Lot, he's trying to get whoever to go with him, you know what I mean? Because, like, they got family there, you know what I mean? His wife got family, you know what I mean? They got family there too, go ahead.
Verse 15. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot,
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquities of the city.
You know what I'm saying? The angels telling them, you know what I mean, that morning, look, y'all gotta get out of here now because this hellfire that the Lord already gives, if y'all too close, it's going to consume me too. You know what I'm saying? Like if y'all ain't anywhere near this, y'all gonna get some of the smoke too. So y'all gotta get up out of here.
Verse 16. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hands, and upon the hands of his wife, and upon the hands of his 2 daughters. And the Most High being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth, and set him without the city.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Lot still didn't want to leave. You know what I mean? He was lingering like, oh man, look, my cousin over these angels like, look, you think I'm playing? He grabbed his right hand, look, give me your hand, let's go. It's not a game. Grab that hand, let him out the city. You know what I mean? Whether you like it or not, get out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's ready, go down. Go ahead.
Genesis 19, verse 17. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth aboard, that he said, Escape for thine life. Look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plains. Escape to the mountains, lest thou be consumed.
You know what I'm saying? He's telling him to escape to the mountains. Get out of here. Don't even look back. You know what I'm saying? Don't look back. Don't look back. Just keep forward. Don't look back. All right, keep reading.
Verse 18. And Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my Most High. Verse 19. Behold now, thy servants have found grace in the sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast sued unto them in saving my life, and I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die. Verse 20. Continue. Verse 20. Behold now, this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one, and my soul shall live? Verse 21. And he said unto them, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city, for the which thou hast spoken. Verse 22.
Skip down.
Mm-hmm.
Skip down to 23.
Genesis 19, verse 23. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into the Zoar.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 24. Then the Most High rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Most High out of heaven.
Because Lot was supposed to go to this city, but the angels told him to go to the mountains. But Lot was like, well, you go to the city, go get it. You know what I'm saying? But then Lot ended up going to the mountains anyway. But seeing if the Most High felt like Lot was in, you know, and out of harm's way, he rained down hellfire, sulfur, all types of stuff. And just to let you know how much, these people you got archaeologists been looking for Sodom and Gomorrah for a long time, but I know they found it. They've been found. They didn't actually find the spots. They kind of find where it's at, but do y'all know where the Sodom and Gomorrah supposedly archaeology, where it's supposed to be at?
No.
Okay. And it's kind of amazing where it's at, right? It's on the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea. Now, biblically, I think, if I'm not mistaken, back then, the Dead Sea used to be thriving with life. It's called the Dead Sea because the sea is dead. It's nothing can live inside that sea. And you know what? That sea has sulfur, all types of stuff that can kill life. Sodom and Gomorrah, the Lord rained down sulfur and stuff. What's inside the Dead Sea? Sulfur. Like, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? That probably was this like thousands of years ago, the Lord made it desolate. Until this day, it's still desolate. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no life. There's life outside the Red Sea now, but you can't go fishing in it. Biblically, nobody could really live around the Red Sea because you're supposed to go fishing and find, live somewhere where you can life at and you can preserve food and stuff like that. You couldn't do that in the Red Sea. You know what I'm saying? And that's to show you right there. Do you think God is homophobic? God is a homophobic, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, God do think the LGBTQ is wicked. Why? You got a whole story in the Bible, Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I'm saying? The ancient LGBTQ community, what it do to it? He desolated, he leveled it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how, you know what I mean? And that's why he leveled it just by like today. The Lord knows that this community is killing our community. You know what I'm saying? It's killing our black community. How? You know what I'm saying? Procreation, of course. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is just it's against God. You know what I'm saying? Let me get Exodus chapter 22, verse 16. You know what I'm saying? Going back to that. This is a commandment. This is a commandment in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And we all keep this in mind. Go ahead, guys.
Exodus 22, verse 16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed.
Oh, it's a lot. That was the wrong one.
Okay.
My bad. Let me get Leviticus 18 to 22. My bad.
Thou shalt not lie with mankind. Okay. You ready? Leviticus 18 and 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination.
That's an abomination. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is telling you, ain't no man supposed to be laying with another man. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa for the woman. You know what I'm saying? It's an abomination. You know what I'm saying? It destroys everything that's in the black community. You know what I'm saying? It destroys the procreate. It destroys men being men. You know what I'm saying? Men being effeminate. You know what I mean? That's an abomination to the Lord. Also, for the women, let me get Romans chapter 1, verse 26. And this is a scripture for the woman, because not only you got gay men, you got gay women out here too. You got gay women out here just as tough as, you know what I mean? Super tougher than, 3 times tougher than the gay man. You know what I mean? She'll whoop the gay man tail. Right. Go ahead.
Romans 1, verse 26. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord gave these a vile effect, really vile effect. In homosexual. Go ahead.
For even that woman did change the natural use into which is against nature.
You know what I'm saying? The woman lost her natural use. You know what I'm saying? What's a woman's natural use?
To be with a man.
To be with a man. What else is her natural use? Just like the women are losing these natural
To procreate, to birth children.
Birth children. You say something?
That was what Cindy said.
Birth children. What about cooking and cleaning? Good night. I mean, women have most of the women got dealt with, you know, in the past. Did they cook?
Yeah. I had good taste.
Yeah,
They still was off though.
Okay.
It was me too, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you right, sir.
Well, you know,
it was quality thing.
it ain't like when my parents was growing up. Like your grandmother, that was law. If your grandmother couldn't cook, you know what I'm saying? Like all grandmothers I knew back in the day could cook.
Yep.
All of them. Now, most of these grandmothers know how to twerk. I don't know about cooking frying some chicken. That's how you know when a woman can cook. When they cook some fried chicken and that make you want to slap your mama. Like, Mom, you ain't cook this chicken like my mama. That right there, that's what I'm missing. You know what I'm saying? And the woman is like, they miss, I mean, most of these women, you know, now, today, they lost their natural use. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the Lord is trying to prevent. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is trying to prevent, you know, the destruction of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? The Lord knows what was going back there with the lgbtq community. You know what I'm saying? He knew what they was going to evolve to now. You know what I'm saying? Like right now we're in the baby states of the LGBTQ community. Because, like I said, they're evolving.
Right.
They're evolving every day. You know what I mean? They totally took our civil rights movement and bumped it out the way a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Now it's the civil rights and the LG. Now they're trying to combine you know what I mean? They're trying to go through the struggle that we went through, our grandparents and stuff went through. Go ahead.
So, question. So, normally, we know the truth. You know what I'm saying? We know what's right and what's wrong, right? Follow the laws. And we in our everyday life dealing with these people. And you run across one of them that the man will require you to acknowledge them as the sex that they chose. How do we go about that? Alright, so say it's a chick and it's a lady, it's a woman that is, or let's say it's a male. It's a male that says he wants to be called a woman. And you know it's a male, but they are addressing you and demanding that you call them a woman. How do you go about that?
Me personally? Okay. That's a good question. Me personally, I'll call them like, you know. Now, if I'm coming in the door and they calling this, and I don't even know this is a person, this is a man or whatever, then, you know what I mean, everybody call him, you know, Jimmy, I'm gonna call him Jimmy too, you know what I'm saying? But say if I know that person's a dude,
Right.
and, you know what I mean, I call him by, you know what I mean, yo. I mean, I ain't gonna be like, if I know it's a dude, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be like, you know, like when I was growing up, it was a you know, a homosexual guy in the neighborhood. They called him Miss Queen, right? All the kids like, look, that's a guy. I said, hey, Miss Queen, hey, baby. You know what I mean? And I'm like, as a kid, I'm like, and I'm you know, as a kid, I'm doing this. And I would not call that nigga Miss Queen. You know what I'm saying? I would not call him that. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't do it. Like, it's not. So now, if you were in like a situation that be like in the store or something, like all these people, the record people, I have a man, you want to, you know what I mean? I really, I told you what I do. Yeah, what's up, yo? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But me personally, I'm not gonna call him out.
Right.
I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I just not even gonna. Now I'm gonna keep it just like they tried to do it in the beginning of their advancement. I'm gonna be like, you know, what's up, man, what's up, yo,
Yeah.
or you know what I mean, like, what's up, oh, all right, you know what I mean. I ain't going down to these, you know, girl or female. I'm just going to, you know what I mean.
I get what you're saying. So
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
But that was a good question, though.
I try-
You see some of these stars and stuff that you know they're little manly, but when they get in front of a guy that they know is a woman, they call him like Jenny, Bruce Jenner.
Right.
They call him, what's his name?
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn. So they call him Caitlyn, right? Now, the movie stars and stuff, they be like, oh, Caitlyn. You know what I mean? But I see like Corey Copeland, he'll call him Bruce. Look, Bruce, look. I love it. I love Corey. He crazy and all, but he still needs to be some truth in him. Go ahead. You got some questions?
No, I wanted to ask a question, right?
Go ahead.
So, if a brother got 2 wives or more, right?
You change the subject here.
No, we not changing subject. It's the same thing though, right? So if we got 2 wives, right? Is it wrong? Like, say, you know, 'cause the bed is undefiled, right? So if he got 2 wives, is it wrong for him to have like a threesome with both of his wives? Okay.
Super ungodly.
All right.
For a man to be 2 women, why is that? Because it's against God's rule.
Okay.
Woman can't lay with a woman. A man can't lay with a man. That's just the golden rule. Now, when we try to have both of them, first of all, a woman ain't supposed to lay eyes on another woman.
Huh.
When he said the bedroom is not defiled between a man and a woman. When you say a man, 2 women, or a man and a man, it's not defiled. It's not defiled if it's a man and a woman. Now, see where you're going with it. So,
Yeah.
But if a man, okay, if you read in the Bible about a man having two wives, say Abraham, Isaac, or Jacob, all of them had more than one wife. If you read it, they never stayed in all these wives had their own tents.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got some of these, man, you look at what it throws you all is just the Christian church throws you all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they got some TV shows with these women that's in the polygamy, right? And they living all in one house. That's just, it's not in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna find Rachel and Rebecca all in the same. Leah and Rebecca in the same tent. They had their own tent. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had their own tent. Everybody won't find that. Now they did have their own handmaids. Okay? They had their own handmaids, which means they stayed, it's like their maid. You know what I mean? They help them around, which means if you got a maid, you got a couple of hours too, right?
Right.
So back then they had, you know what I mean? But the earth is pretty much given to them, and the earth wasn't as populated as it is now. So they had land on top of land, on top of land, and all the building supplies and all the cattle, all that was there. You know what I'm saying? And everything was separate. Everything was separate. So yeah, just to answer your question, it's very ungodly for a man to have another female sleeping with each other just to please his lust.
Come, gotcha.
Answer your question?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So I was thinking, so like before I came to the house, I would say I was 100% like in agreement with the LGBTQ community. I have friends that are gay. So my thing is, when we have a friend that is gay, and I know that that's ungodly, is it wrong for me? And ever since I came to the IHBK, I am still friends with them, but I don't keep the lines of communication with them. But if I'm looking at clients and I feel like if this is some stuff that they should hear that is relevant to what they're going through or something like that, then I'll send them the link or something, be like, thank you, or something like that. But I don't even, I'm like lost in if I should remain friends with them because though how they live their life.
Alright, I'm gonna help you out. I got family. My sisters, yeah. I got other people on the other side of me too, right? I call them say with it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they gonna know where I stand too. You know what I'm saying? Of course, my sister, she hates the fact that, but at the same time, I don't sit up there and, thou shalt not, grab the Bible, you are safe, and try to hit them with the book and all that. No, just a normal thing, like, you're a human being, I'm a human being, you know what I'm saying? I can talk to you, but when you start talking crazy, I don't want to hear that, you know what I'm saying? Like, your friends, who was a girl?
Yeah,
Okay, it's like, she talking about, girl, I did this tour, and I'm like, I don't want to, we can talk about something else, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you do go there, well, I'm going to start, since you go there, well, this scripture said that, we ain't supposed to do all that and all this, that's if they being disrespectful. But it doesn't say you can't be.
Conversate with them because like, still we're having a normal conversation, something will strike in a conversation that will like, they feel like it's something that they want to talk about. So I'm like, okay, cool, I want to talk about it, and I say my opinion, and because they feel so strongly about it, or because of what their community is going through, they feel as though they want to put that on me. And that's where I start like feeling uncomfortable. It's like it makes it hard to be a conversation because it's like, okay, I'm cool with how you live your life. You've been friends for years, but it's like you know what I'm saying? Like, come at me the way you come at me because I'm just giving my opinion. It's not like I'm saying, oh, because you're doing this, I don't like that, or I can't mess with you no more. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just giving my opinion, and they feel like they be so sensitive. So it's like that be times where I just be like, I just feel like I have to fall back to.
Yeah, fall back. Don't feel like you know, you're like they don't have no problem expressing their belief on you, right? But then as soon as you express your belief, it's a problem.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? And what they need to know that you are a child of God. You know what I'm saying? You're not a child of sin. You know what I'm saying? And they need to know that. And when they come before you, they need to know that. Like, all the subjects need to change. Don't ask me nothing because you know how I feel. Man, we can be friends. We can talk or whatever. But when you come to that subject, I stand firm on what I believe. And what I believe is in this Bible. You know what I'm saying? This Bible right here. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? A lot of people try to go against it, but they can't. As soon as you bring the Bible out, it's like, oh, that Bible is made by the white man, and how do you know that? And all that. You know what I mean? Cool, that's your belief, but just like, hear me out. You know what I mean? Hear me out. You know what I'm saying? I deal with these people. I'm not a Christian. I deal with the Bible and facts. You know what I'm saying? I deal with my people. I deal with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And I understand, like, you can go in like that, like, and I understand where the trouble in the black community lies. You know what I'm saying? And then you can, you know what I mean? Like, you can actually sit down and talk, like, you can tell them, like, look, being all this homosexual stuff, it started somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Even it started from rape. It even started from molestation, pedophile. Somewhere in your life, something tragic happened. You know what I'm saying? And if that didn't happen to you, then you're going to be the way you are now. You know what I'm saying? Some people do get offended by it, but they need to understand how they become, you know, most of the LGBTQ community are blind to the fact of how they became the way they were. You know what I'm saying? They not looking at the fact that when they was 3 years old, that uncle was fiddling with. You know what I'm saying? Or when they was in high school, they had a big group female attack her, and she couldn't do nothing, and the big female did what they. It's a story behind all LGBTQ community. It's a story behind it. The way that they became that. Now you got some people out there that just say that, you know, they born like that. You know what I mean? Like, they're born like that. But I don't believe that sometimes. It's not like they born like that. They seen something. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's YouTube, looking at through, you know, going through your parents' closet and you found the tape, and you popped it in the VCR, talking about my childhood, like, and you saying some stuff like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? But it could have been that other tape, you know what I mean? And it's a lot. It's something behind it all, you know what I'm saying? So don't be discouraged, you know, when they talk what you know, you know what I mean? when they talk about that, they talk about, you know, the Lord, and how you found the Lord, and, you know what I mean, it's changing you every day, you know what I mean? This time next year, those same ones that come, they won't be scared to talk to you. Straight up, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. They gonna be scared to talk to you. You good?
Yeah.
So, like what the sister was saying with our friends, like I'm old. I ain't that old, I'm older, right? So like it don't bother me. Like I cut you off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna vex me. You feel me? And I always been a hard-headed person anyway. I ain't really fit in anyway. You know what I'm saying? So like knowing that, especially coming to class and just having, you know what I mean, just having rights and brothers around me. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to camp Saturday. It was Tuesday. It's like it's been a lifetime from Saturday to day.
Oh, you with the cat?
Yeah, I hung out. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't do nothing, of course. But in the day, like just being there in that environment for those few hours, and then going to class prior to that, and then coming to class today. That span from Saturday to today, it feel like it's been forever. You feel me? Because you're going back in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta swim with these sharks, and these wicked people. I'm not saying I hate them or nothing like that, but like I don't have the patience. Like I was listening to one of Captain Cesariot's lectures. He was battling some Christians. They just sound so weak, so corny. You know what I mean? They just want to argue with a brother.
Right.
You know, because he's standing on something he got moral base. You know what I'm saying? And that affects me. So I don't have the patience yet. So I don't even want to be around my people. It's like, what's the book? Angels 3 and 3. How can you walk unless they agree? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit there and argue with you all day. I'm not built for that yet.
Right.
So my patience and tolerance is low. So keep my mouth shut and stay away from it. You feel me? So I give the sister credit for that. Because even like my mother, like she's still inviting me over for stuff. Come on, I'm cooking for Easter. I'm like, right, man, you know I ain't coming over there. Well, you know you fam. You know what I'm saying? My mother a real sweetheart. You know what I mean? But just hearing her voice and that tone she used, to me it's manipulation.
Right.
You feel me? I'm like, Mom, you know I don't
Real.
you know your cousin? Damn that.
Right.
They beige. I got a whole bunch of mixed people in my family. I don't want to be around them.
Right.
And they bring white people to the joints.
Yeah.
All like I don't want to be in my house with that. So I just stay away and I come like a day or two later. You know, we come holler. I don't eat food. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just show some love.
Right.
But it's a vexation on me and it's a vexation on the people in the world who they so used to be being in their presence and indulging in stuff they do in the world. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know that it vexes us. You know what I mean? So it gotta be. It's not gonna be a balance of people playing field just because it's the way the world built. And that's how the Lord wanted, I guess. You know what I mean? So I tell us, like, since I ain't no teacher, but I don't feel no type of way about it. And I don't think nobody else should, especially you want to serve the Lord. Because you got to give up a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard. Like I be lonely, man. Like, man, look, it's real. Like, dang, you know, you want to go to the bar, go hang out, watch the game. What am I gonna fall into? You know what I'm saying? We'll fall into a bottle of Quavo with some strange woman. You know what I'm saying? Hanging with the fellas. I'm just saying, if I'm with the people that I've been hanging with, you know what I'm saying? It ain't working. Be smoking weed, next thing you know, you ain't gonna see me for another year. And that might be too late. It might be the end of it. You know what I'm saying? I might not have that grace period of another year or another week. We fall from out of the truth and get put to death for something stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how I look at it. I ain't playing with it.
And that's how you
Scary.
should look.
Yeah, man. I'm not playing with these people out here.
Yeah, that's how you should
Sir,
look.
I'm sliding. I went on a rant.
But look. You right, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Lord said, you know what I mean, I'm pre, you know. But he said, okay, the Lord ain't here to bring peace.
Right.
Okay? He brings peace but not sword. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not here to, you know what I mean, he was real nice the first time. This time he coming back. He ain't gonna be as nice. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even he's here to put your mother against the Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The father against the son. What do he mean by that? He means by when you walk this truth, everybody's going to come against you. You know what I'm saying? You go in there, and first thing when you come in there, you're going to have the shield of David on, you're going to have ICDK, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to tell your mama about the 12 tribes which you probably don't know about the 12 tribes of Israel, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? God is black, and, you know, and what they gonna say?
God love everybody.
Huh?
God love everybody.
God loves everybody. God, look at God ain't no, he don't have a color.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? God is all color. You know what I'm saying? All that. You know what I'm saying? God loves. God, don't say God hates. God hates. Where that's in the Bible?
Right.
Then we show them, they go like, oh, well, they don't mean that type of hate. You know what I mean? They always want to break something down. Go ahead.
Nah, I'll be real quick. It's crazy because Captain Kastazal, right? He had a class, I think it was like 2 days ago. You know, he doing the ones in the New England, he prescribing that. He was about family. And he was like, yo, we all go through the same thing.
Right.
With our family, we come to the truth. And it was crazy he had that because I be on the phone with my mom. And it's like my mom, this truth ahead of she'd stop. And then she'd dismiss it. And I'd be like, it just be blowing my mind every time. Because I'd be like, Mom, you got common sense. You really just you stopped right there at it. You recognized it. You didn't want to take it, you went around. We go through this all the time to the point where though I be telling my red like, yo, I gotta stop talking to her about church stuff. I gotta stop talking to her about that stuff because it always go there. But in the class, he was saying like we all go through the same thing with our fam. That's why he was saying it's so good to go to you know. That's why he was saying it's so nice to go to the Passover because you know. That stuff that you said you missing, like everybody be wrote. Like, listen, if it wasn't for I read, like, I'd be alone. Like when he was talking about right before when he got in the truth, he went through like a situation. It was like right when I got into the truth, like my son's mother, like she was the nicest person. Like she just lied. Like I beef with my brother. Me and my brother put each other in the hospital. My sister, we twins, like we don't talk no more. My little sister we don't talk no more. I don't talk. It right before the truth. Like when I was watching videos on TV, and I missed when my son was like an infant, like 2 months, and I'm like blowing my mind. You feel me? Like you know. So all of this stuff, and he was just saying, like he was saying that. Those unexplained, the Bible says something about unexplained situations that Katazal was saying. And he was saying that's how you know that it's something from the Most High when those unexplained situations come. But he was just saying like everybody go through the same thing. As far as though like with their family and situations and the loneliness and all that. And I'll just be like,
and guess what? I'm gonna be going through this for the rest of my life.
Yeah, we all know, sir.
Yeah. I mean, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Just like how y'all felt, you know what I'm saying? I got my kids. They was used to me bringing nice Christmas presents. You know what I'm saying? Look, Halloween, and I didn't care about Easter too much back then, you know what I mean? But that was the hardest thing for me, was taking that away from my kids, right? It wasn't that hard though, because, I mean, it was hard when I was just learning the Bible, because when I started, I was looking at everybody. But then I saw Captain Rashad, Kamala Rashad through Captain Rashad from DC, you know what I'm saying? When I seen that brother, I didn't see nobody else. I just like, it was the first video was ISUK DC. I watched Captain Rashad. I was done. I ain't want to look at no more IUIC, no more GOC, none of that. Because most of them was not even some of the stuff that they were saying, I was contradicting, like, what? You know what I mean? And then some of the people, I was watching Nathan talk about the rape, you know, like, if a woman don't want to give you sex, I mean, you know, don't want to give you none, you can take it from her. Like, I remember watching that. I'm like, take it from her? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, even sound right. You know what I'm saying? Like this was before I even was really in, reading scriptures like that. You know what I'm saying? Then I seen GMS. Seen GMS talk about the same thing, right? I was like, dang. But then I actually went to GOCC. My nephew joined them first, right? Boy, you know what I mean? Boy, I got baptized in the river. I'm like, for real? You know what I mean? I'm like, well, wow, just come check it out. I'm like, all right, I come check it out. Let me tell you, man. I went there, man. They had Africans, white women in there. You know what I mean? Even this one did it too. And I was watching Captain the Shop. This was like my last day because I was like, man, this was your last day, last week. Yeah, cause I went through one of the doors. They had like Christmas ornaments in there. I'm like, Christmas ornaments. What really did it was I went into the class and the African was like, yeah, you was not like the other guys. The ISUBK, those guys right there, man. And I was like, I'm going there tomorrow.
What did he say, sir?
He was like, he was talking about the ISUBK and how his people told him when he came here, about the Israelites, but the ISUBK stay away from them and all that stuff. And I guess he went in front of the ISUBK. He must have cooked. Cooked, right. So I guess he came into there and they accepted him with open arms. And then the nigga sit up there and say, at the end of that, like, yeah, y'all should come to my church. My church is, I was like, oh, he's shouting out his church in the school. Like, he would have been kicked down the steps if he was there, you know what I'm saying? Field goal kick spot, you know what I mean? But he came in there and was just giving him the whole street, like, you know what I mean? And when he said, those eyes should be big, I said, we're going to this. We're going to. And I've been there ever since, you know what I'm saying? And I see every default in every Israelite. Everyone I see the default. Did anybody got any more questions? You good? In the class with that. And we're going to end the class. We got ISBK coming out of 1 West, 125th Street, Albany, New York, under the James Honor. We're not affiliated with any Israelite group. If you have any questions, you can call your school of your city, you know what I'm saying? Or you can by tapping in isubk.com, you know what I'm saying, on your computer. And with that, we're going to end the class. We're going to give up courtesy to the teachers. And Israel, my Shabbat. Amadi, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat.
Praise the sisters. And Israel, my Shabbat. Amadi, Barak, Yahweh, Shema, Aladan, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Yahweh, Shema, Aladan, by Hashem. Top, class